Today is a very special day for me. Last day I bought the last exclusive old logo PS3 game that I still needed to buy to complete my entire exclusive old logo collection as I know it. These are of course all European releases, and if at some point I am missing out on one or two or whatever games, definitely leave it in the comments below. But I myself haven't saw any other exclusive game that came out in like the first 3 years that had the old logo on it on the PS3. So let's start, and that game was, by the way, Untold Legends Dark Kingdom. I know the game kinda sucked. I already had it and I sold it, and I still needed to get this one, and then I would have a full collection. Also, honorable note is that I kind of got this donated and from a friend, a Rich Razor 7. That was a pretty good game, and at the same I bought this game, and then in 2011 I sold a lot of games, and I sold this one too. Now you have the famous Genji. The original Genji on the PS2 was actually a really good game. Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. In Europe there were a couple of downloadable games that also got released physical, and one of those is Pain. SOCOM Confrontation. I actually like this SOCOM a lot better than SOCOM 4. The Great Infamous. Lair kind of sucked, but you have to admit, when you first saw the first level you were amazed. It looked awesome. Again, a European only downloadable game that also got a physical release, and that this game is absolutely fantastic. Wipeout HD Fury. Ratchet & Clank A Crack in Time. The game I've never played, and that's because the readings are saying this game is so freakingly bad. Mobile Suit Gundam Target Sight, the first sight, is even still sealed. I only bought it for my collection, and if I remember correctly it was like €3. The Great Killzone 2. Disgaea 3. Folklore. The incredible Valkyria Chronicle. Come on Sega, make a new Valkyria Chronicle for the next generation of consoles, or this generation of consoles. The Great Little Big Planet. Of course, Metal Gear Solid 4. This is like the game that most Xbox 360 players were bitching about. I want this, blah, 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 and it never came out. Of course, the incredible Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2. And with Uncharted 2, it's kind of a funny story actually. It was released in 2009, 3 years after the release here in Europe, and there were two versions of Uncharted 2. Because you all know, in 2009 Sony started rebranding their PlayStation 3 console. So you had the old logo Uncharted 2 and you had the new logo Uncharted 2. And I saw the new logo, I'm like, nah, that kind of sucks. I mean, I have this, at that time, giant ass old logo collection, and now I have this logo. And it's kind of funny that a couple of years later I freakingly hate the old logo and I love the new one. So yeah, I got Uncharted 2 with the old logo. Motorstorm Pacific Rift and the original Motorstorm. Ratchet & Clank Quest for Booty, also a downloadable only game that got in Europe a physical release. Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction, great games. Heavenly Sword, definitely an underrated gem on the PS3. I love this game. Sure, it has some issues, definitely like frame rate issues, but graphically it was amazing. I like the storyline, and Nariko, the main character, is absolutely a badass girl, and this game is just, I really hope they're gonna make Heavenly Sword 2 on the PS2. That's just pretty much it. These are the same developers as They developed then Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, and they developed DMC, or Devil May Cry. The AI Judgment, a really innovative card online battle game that you could also play just on your, not on your couch, more like on the ground with cards, collectible cards. It's really cool. I definitely played this a lot, but I sold all my cards and like all the stuff. Hades, the so-called Halo killer that never was a good game, but it was okay. The Great Warhawk, and two games that I definitely played the most in that time, Resistance 1 and Resistance 2. So as you can see, these are quite a lot of exclusive retail games that came out in the first 3 years of the PS3, and that is one of the biggest reasons why gamers are complaining about the exclusive lineup for the PS4 that is so lackluster, because it is lackluster compared to the PS3. But then again, this is not even the second year in the PS4's lifetime, and last year they have a change. And so yeah, and I definitely am saying like quality over quantity. And so yeah, leave in the comments below, do you have a complete collection for something? It doesn't matter if it's old logo PS3 or you have an entire PlayStation 1 collection, or if I recall there is like a long box PS1 box art. Maybe you have the entire collection of that. Leave it in the comments below. But yeah, leave it in the comments below, and I'm kind of happy this is my first. It's not really a real complete collection, but you know, it's still a complete collection for something, so that's pretty cool.